We'll go ahead and get started with the meeting. This is the public design meeting for the Fairpark, Debbie, and Arrowwood area. We are doing water and sanitary sewer improvements. My name is Aaron Navone. I am the project manager on this project. You can contact me at 817-392-8404 or aaron.navone@fortworthtexas.gov. The engineering design consultant for this project is Multitech, which has recently been acquired by the Lockmuir Group. We have our project manager, Paul Padilla, as well as a couple of their engineers, Jerry Solve and Robert Predis, with us. Going over the agenda really quickly, we're going to go over introductions, which we did, the project overview, the project area, a few of the frequently asked questions, and the timeline of the project. So why are we doing this improvement project? The City of Fort Worth has prioritized replacing water and sewer lines that have a high risk of failure. The risk of failure is determined by a variety of data available to us, which includes water main history breaks, leak history, CCTV inspections, the age and material of the line, and cast iron water mains. The cast iron water mains drive the purpose of the capital improvement project. The project is going to be replacing cast iron water lines in the following streets: Fairpark Boulevard, Prince Street, Hathcox Avenue, Amspoker Avenue, Debbie Street, Arrowwood Drive, Anthony Street, and Larson Lane. Fort Worth is replacing cast iron water mains to address frequent main breaks. We have committed to replacing a minimum of 20 miles of cast iron pipe a year. What area does this capital improvement project impact? The City of Fort Worth Water Capital Improvement Project will cover Fort Worth Council Districts 8 and 11 and will impact the United Communities Neighborhood Association. The boundaries of the improvement project will be replaced just north of the the Carter Park area, sorry. The project area is bound by Blodgett Avenue to the north, Carter Park Drive and Sycamore Creek to the east, Seminary Drive to the south, and Union Pacific Railroad to the west. Council District 8 and Council District 11 share one segment in this project, and that is Prince Street from Cole Street, 200 eastward. The water and sewer main will be replaced in this segment. We also have this table is for our streets, alleys, and easements to help identify whether water, sewer, or both will be replaced. So we got Fairpark Boulevard from East Seminary Drive to Blodgett Avenue, and we'll be doing water and sewer. Debbie Street from Union Pacific Railroad right away to the Arrowwood Drive, water and sewer as well. Arrowwood Drive from Seminary Drive, Carter Park Drive, and then Amspoker Avenue from Union Pacific Railroad right away to Debbie Street. Hathcox Avenue from Union Pacific Railroad to about 490 feet east. Anthony Street from Arrowwood Drive to Carter Park Drive, and Larson Lane from East Anthony Street to Britton Avenue. We've got Blaylock Avenue from the Fairpark and Blaylock Avenue intersection to 50 feet west, and that'll just include water. McClure Street from 535 feet east of the East Prince Street Fairpark Boulevard intersection to 150 feet east, and then 285 feet south. The easement north of Blaylock Avenue from Blodgett Avenue and Fairpark Boulevard intersection to about 150 feet west. And then the following easements will all be sewer. We've got the easement west of Fairpark Boulevard from Blaylock Avenue to Blodgett Avenue. The easement west of Burke Road from Debbie Street to Blaylock Avenue. The easement west of Arrowwood Drive from 300 feet south and 80 feet east of the Debbie Street and Debbie Court intersection to about 220 feet south. The easement north of Seminary Drive from 250 feet north of the Seminary Drive Arrowwood Drive intersection to about 375 feet west. Another frequently asked question, will your water be turned off? The water will be turned off for about 15 to 30 minutes when service is transferred from the existing line to a temporary water line, and then back when the service is transferred from the temporary to the new water line. The switchovers are done during the day, and the contractor will knock on the door and let you know when your water will be turned off. The transfer typically takes about 30 minutes per house or business. And how does this temporary water line impact your home and water bill? The temporary water line ensures that you are not without water during construction. In the summer months, this continuous flow keeps the water from becoming stagnant in the above ground line. During the winter months, water must be continually flowing through the temporary line to keep the line from freezing. You should also keep your faucets dripping. The bill for your water usage while you are on the temporary line is based on an average of the previous month's usage. The timeline of the project. The project is currently in the design phase. We are about 95 to 100% complete. So we should be getting ready to start construction relatively soon. We will be hosting a pre-construction meeting with the contractor to set the start date for construction, and we will let you know when we have a schedule for the streets that will be impacted. We will also host a community construction meeting before the contractor breaks ground. For more information, you can visit fortworthtexas.gov and type in the project number 104106 in the search bar on the homepage. Fairpark, Debbie, and Arrowwood area water and sanitary sewer improvements should pop up. To get project updates, scroll down to the bottom of the project page and click on subscribe to this page. The link to this PDF of the PowerPoint and a link to the YouTube video of this presentation will also be posted on the project page. You can also report emergencies or non-emergencies. For emergencies, such as water main breaks or sewer backups, this option is available 24 hours a day. You can contact 817-392-4477 and select option 1. For non-emergencies, you can contact the same number, but they are only available from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and they are closed on city holidays. You can also download the My Fort Worth app from the App Store or Google Play, where you can report sewer overflows, leaks, or water main breaks, missing or broken meter lids, water theft, water violations, missing water service, or water pressure issues, and other sewer concerns. Again, your project team includes myself, Aaron Navone, and Multitech with Paul Padilla. Thank you so much. And if you have any other questions, if there are any questions, we will be happy to answer them.
Hello?
Hi, how can I help you?
Yeah, is the meeting still going on or is it over?
Well, the presentation of the project just ended, and we are in the Q&A section. The PDF for the PowerPoint, as well as the video of the presentation, will be uploaded to the project page that you can find on the fortworthtexas.gov website and typing in the project number 104106.
Okay. 104106? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So am I able to hear the questions being asked?
Yes. We haven't gotten any other questions yet, so if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
I have questions, yes. So what is the reason for this? Was there like flooding in that area? Or
Uh,
was there pipes busted?
the area contains a lot of cast iron water mains, which are a source of water main breaks. So Fort Worth is trying to be proactive and replace as much cast iron as possible to eliminate the risk of breaks and leaks and other issues that can be caused by these breaks, such as roadway damages.
Okay. And I noticed the line goes onto, is it La Gran Plaza also?
It doesn't
It goes
quite
under
go
the
there.
freeway, I-35?
No, sir.
It doesn't?
Uh,
Okay,
no.
on the graphic that I saw, it was kind of blurry, so I didn't know specifically where it, because when I zoomed in on it, it wasn't clear, so I didn't know if it was crossing I-35.
No, sir.
It's not, okay. So, also, how will this affect the plumbing over there in, Brentmore and, the area by the Ezekiel Vasquez Park? Because I understand we're going to have plumbing over there at the park when they remodel it this March.
The water improvements that we're doing in this area, I I'll have to double check, but I don't believe will be affecting that area that you mentioned.
Yeah. The reason why I'm asking is because I was at a city meeting and I attended because there was $2 million that was going toward Cobb Park, and it was supposed to go onto the roadway at Cobb Park down the road that's in District 8. And um, because they didn't plan it out right, the city planners, whoever did this, they were like, well, at the last minute, they discovered, they said, well, we can't put a new road because we're going to have to dig and put plumbing later on. And so it would just be a waste of $2 million. So we end up losing that $2 million at Cobb Park. So I'm trying to avoid any type of um, dilemmas like that might arise later on when Ezekiel Vasquez Park is being built. I would hate for them to be like, well, we're not going to be able to use that because we're doing something else. So that $5 million that's going to Ezekiel Vasquez Park, I would like it to be with what the plans are now, instead of later coming back and saying, oh, we're going to need to put plumbing in there, so we're going to have to dig things up again. So that's the reason why I'm asking. So
Understood.
that's why I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that. I'm just being precautious.
No problem. I
That park is
understand.
very important to me and my family. So anyways, that being said, um, Fico Vasquez was my great uncle. So um, anyways, and Patrick Zimripa is my cousin that passed away. So
Right.
it's very important to my family. But what was I gonna tell you? Okay, so here's another question I had. Where are these funds coming from for this project?
The most of the funds that we get to fund our water replacement projects, we get from our water rates.
Okay, okay,
Uh, doing a bit of quick research on the side, the car park that you're mentioning it's about 3 miles away from this project that we're discussing here. So I
no,
can't
no, no.
see.
I'm just want to know on the project that we're doing now. What is
Oh, I
that
see, I see.
the water that we're talking about, the plumbing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's what I was wondering because I didn't know if it was from like a program or a federal grant or a state grant, or maybe it was some type of fund that came out of somewhere else. So that's the reason why I'm asking where the fund's coming from.
Hey, sir, what is your name?
David Martinez.
Here we go. This is Tony Shalola. Basically, like Aaron said, these are water funds. They are not general funds. They are not loan funds. They are not state revolving funds. They are not grants. This is just money that from water fees that are collected that we generate. And sometimes we do borrow money. But in this case, these are water funds that are being utilized.
Okay, just checking because I'm just checking, just trying to see. Um, I'm involved in other things too, so um, I like to know where the money's coming from. That way, maybe I could piggyback something onto it. All
Not,
right.
not on this one. And then the other question you asked on that part, Aaron will check to see exactly what they are doing. If they are water.
No,
and sanitary-
I was just wondering. Listen to me. I'm not trying to get into the conversation
no.
about the park.
Sorry, what
That was
I was
just
trying to say
that was
was,
just
Aaron will check to see if there's any other water and or sanitary sewer mains that may need to be replaced. That's the responsibility of the water department. We can check, but sometimes if it's irrigation lines that they utilize, we do not get involved in that. So with Aaron, we double check.
okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's it right there. That's all the questions I had. I was wondering why it was being done, and but yeah, you've answered that question. I'm just glad to have some new improvements in this area, so it's a positive thing.
Yes, sir. We're hoping to
Yeah.
improve Fort Worth little by little.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're in our little part of the town because usually we're the last to get improvements. So I'm glad Councilwoman Martinez has brought it to my attention or to the neighborhood attention when she announced it on Facebook. I barely found out. I didn't get any notice from anywhere else. So I'm glad that she did post that today. Um, I'm signed up to get any type of zoning or all that stuff from the city, but when it comes to this, I didn't get any information with anything except from Councilwoman Martinez. So I do appreciate her alerting the community.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And I have the information to go online and everything. And then if y'all have you're going to have a physical meeting, right? In person meeting?
Yes. We will be doing a in-person, I believe it's an in-person construction meeting once we advertise and select a contractor. We'll work with them and set up the schedule, let the community know when we'll start.
Okay. I appreciate it. I do hope that everything works out good. And let's see. When the construction gets started, one of the questions I'm going to have is probably what the time frame is for when it begins and when it ends. Because I was also on a meeting before about the roads being built in that area, and the problem we had was I was under the impression that it was going to be like 3 months or something like that at the most. And then we noticed like Bewick, that street Bewick over there in Worth Heights. And we noticed some of the roads over there off of McClure that were supposed to be finished were still being done. And it didn't, to be honest with you, I was expecting a lot nicer work to be done. And it didn't look like it was much nicer than what it was before. I mean, it was an improvement. I do appreciate that, but you know, I seen other neighborhoods where the work comes out looking top notch, and I don't know who the contractor was on this last job over there in that area by McClure and well, it's further down over there by the going toward the lake, but it was not impressive at all. So, but that being said, that's a different project, and I'll address that later on to the person that is involved in that. But I appreciate your help, and then I'll say good night and thank you for your help.
Yes, sir. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much. All right, bye bye.
Bye. Do we have any other questions? All right. If not, I will be ending the meeting. I hope everyone has a wonderful night, and thank you so much.